How's it going, everybody? I'm the big guy. Welcome to Wrestling Made Simple. We got a big week coming up. We got the news of the week, followed by your Raw and Smackdown reviews. Then, of course, we have a review of a classic pay-per-view. I'm going with the Royal Rumble 1994. Another infamous Royal Rumble. That's what I'm going to kind of be doing this year. I'm going to be going back and looking at Royal Rumbles that have lived in infamy. I've got a couple more set up on the road to the Royal Rumble, as we are now officially on the road to WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. The signs are about to go up. The superstars are going to go over the top rope. And we got a big week after that. We got a reading from the Book of Rules, your Battle Droid of the Week, and your WWE Drink of the Week. No particular order, but you probably know what order they're coming in already. But first, we have the news of the week. First, is John Cena gonna make it to WrestleMania this year? John Cena says it's gonna be hard since he has a bunch of upcoming commitments. He was able to come back during the summer and entertain, but it's going to be hard because it's in early April this year and early March, which makes it a very hard and unlikely chance that he will make it to WrestleMania. That sucks. I hope John Cena can make it to WrestleMania. It wouldn't be WrestleMania without him. And then, of course, who does Mark Henry believe is the future face of WWE? Mark Henry has come out and really endorsed Austin Theory, saying he truly believes he's going to be a face of WWE, a new face of Raw. He thinks Austin Theory is so much talent, and he loves what he's doing with Vince McMahon. Currently working in AEW as a coach, Mark Henry is a Hall of Famer and a great talent for WWE when he was there. But now as he's a coach in AEW, he has taken more of an off-screen role. But it's clear he still has an eye for talent, even in this coaching role, because he has to look for better and bigger people for AEW as a coach. He needs to be able to pick out the best of the best as a coach, so maybe he has a face for the future, and maybe he truly does know who is going to be the next face of WWE. And finally, we have the real reason Shinsuke Nakamura has not wrestled on TV. So, Shinsuke Nakamura has been the Intercontinental Champion for a long time now. And the real reason he's not wrestled is because he has been out with a hand injury. It was speculated he had COVID-19. It was speculated a lot of things, whether he was injured in the neck or the leg from some serious bumps, or maybe they were just building up Rick Boogs, his tag team partner. We had no clue, but apparently he is dealing with a hand injury, and now that I have read it, I can understand it. As more I go into my SmackDown review, I will explain it more, but it is completely understandable now why he hasn't wrestled. It sucks, but you gotta get healthy before you can defend that Intercontinental Championship. So, hopefully Shinsuke gets as healthy as he can and returns to the ring as soon as he can. So let's go into your SmackDown review, ladies and gentlemen. A big week on SmackDown. Two unbelievable things happened. One that I could see coming for a while, but I am so excited for it. And the other is one that I never thought would happen. So let's get into it. As it kicked off with, SmackDown kicked off with Roman Reigns in the ring saying it sucked that he caught COVID-19 and he had to miss the day one pay-per-view, but apparently Brock Lesnar benefited. And while he was in quarantine, there were people he wanted to see, things he wanted to do, but he couldn't. But two people he never wanted to see again were Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. Unfortunately, Roman Reigns' wishes would never come true, as Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman came out and they started to have a bit of a promo where Brock Lesnar almost confirmed that at WrestleMania it will be a title for title match, Universal Champion versus WWE Champion. I don't know what that means for the Royal Rumble winner. Maybe we'll get a Becky Lynch situation where it's someone who wins the Royal Rumble comes in and wins both titles from Brock and Roman while they are busy fighting each other. He could come in and win the title. So that would be a very cool situation. But as this happened, Paul Heyman tried to interject himself into the talk, where Brock Lesnar then handily told Paul Heyman to shut up, which Roman Reigns then teased a Paul Heyman-Roman Reigns reunion, in which he said, "Don't talk to him that way," and Brock Lesnar looked in his face and said, "Or what? What are you going to do?" After this, he Superman punched Brock Lesnar, went out of the ring, held up the number 1, and went backstage, where he would later be told, later in the show, that Adam Pearce has picked his day 1 opponent. So, something big is in the mix for Roman Reigns. After this, we got Sami Zayn backstage talking to Johnny Knoxville, saying Johnny Knoxville has not proved anything, and Johnny Knoxville does not need to be in the Royal Rumble, saying it's very different from Jackass, and he shouldn't be in the Royal Rumble. After this, we get a camera shot of Rick Boogs performing his guitar, saying he is here to rock with the Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura. And as Shinsuke would come out, Shinsuke actually, now that I've noticed it, he really wasn't moving his hand all the right way. It was very, very different to see Shinsuke moving his hand that way. So now I understand the hand injury. I get it now. I completely understand where that's coming from. After this, we got a tag team match with with Rick Boogs and Sami Zayn. Actually, not a tag team match, a singles match. I apologize. Rick Boogs was able to defeat Sami Zayn with a roll-up, which shocked the living hell out of me. I love, by the way, Sami Zayn's new music is awesome. I do miss the other music, but it's still a very cool song to me. So, bravo. I very much enjoy this song. Sami Zayn would be defeated, and as he was yelling at the official who he believed made a fast count, Johnny Knoxville would show up and eliminate Sami Zayn from the ring. He would throw him over the top rope, and then it would be announced that Johnny Knoxville is officially part of the Men's Royal Rumble match. After this, we went to commercial and came back to Charlotte Flair in the ring addressing the Women's Royal Rumble match, saying there would be some amazing participants in Rhea Ripley, Nikki Ash, Hall of Famers Nikki Bella and Brie Bella, Shotzi, Natalya, another Hall of Famer, and Michelle McCool, 24/7 champion Dana Brooke, the Women's Tag Team Champions in Carmella and Queen Zelina Vega, Tamina, Kelly, another Hall of Famer, Aaliyah, Summer Rae is making her return, Naomi and Shayna Baszler and another Hall of Famer and Lita, and one of the most shocking things I think I have ever seen in professional wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, one of the most shocking things that could happen, Impact Knockouts champion Mickie James is in the Royal Rumble. We are taking that forbidden door and breaking it the fuck down. It is gone. Forget about the forbidden door. It is forbidden wood chips now. This has led to so much speculation that Moose might come into a Royal Rumble and challenge Roman Reigns. Apparently now Nick Khan is talking with Tony Khan about documentaries and a possible talent situation at the Royal Rumble. AEW and WWE might mix. Impact and WWE are officially in the talent sharing program, apparently. We could get MLW and GCW in the talent sharing program. We could finally get a CM Punk return to WWE if we want. Christian Cage could enter the Hall of Fame. There is so many options here, ladies and gentlemen. The Royal Rumble is gonna be exciting. I can't remember a time that this, since the old Royal Rumbles, when WWE had to deal with New Japan. Speaking of which, New Japan could work with WWE, but unfortunately they can't right now because of COVID restrictions. But in the future, WWE is apparently really is open for business. I have been critical of Nick Khan for so long, but shout out to him. This is amazing. I know there have been some releases earlier in the week, such as Samoa Joe, who unfortunately has been out with injury for so long. Road Dogg, great tag team wrestler and probably going to be a Hall of Famer in the New Age Outlaws. And someone who I believe should be in the Hall of Fame, William Regal. That sucks. And Nick Khan, I'm pissed at you for that. But goddamn, hats off to you, man. Hats off to you. You broke the forbidden door. So, that is something I never thought could happen. That is something I am shocked by. I am shocked. And then we got Charlotte Flair announcing that she will be in the Royal Rumble. And she will try to win the Royal Rumble. After this, Naomi came out. I'm sorry, it's just, who cares if Charlotte Flair's in the Royal Rumble? We have Impact in the Royal Rumble. WWE and TNA have come together. After all the years of feuding, Hulk Hogan going one-on-one with Monday Night Raw in the ratings. Oh my God. Holy fuck. I never thought this could happen, ladies and gentlemen. After this, Charlotte Flair would face Naomi in a number one contenders match. And after she would knock Charlotte Flair out of the ring, the ref would be counting to 8 to 9. But as he was about to count to 10, Sonya Deville comes out and announces she cannot lose by countouts. She would then come in the ring, lock in a figure 4. Naomi would grab the rope. And as the referee was about to disqualify Charlotte Flair for not breaking the hold, Sonya Deville would announce this match is now no DQ. After this, Charlotte Flair would win the match. She would hit natural selection. 1, 2, 3, match over. Charlotte wins. Naomi gets screwed once again. After this, we got a stupid Madcap Moss and a Happy Corbin segment. The second these end, the better. But they would have a great tag team match versus the Viking Raiders. I hate to see this because the Viking Raiders now look like more enhancement tag team talent than anything else. But they would have a good match versus Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss. Madcap Moss would look good in his performance. It's clear he has stepped up his in-ring performance. So, bravo to him. Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss would pick up the win. After this, we got Sheamus announcing his entry into the Men's Royal Rumble. And then we have Adam Pearce telling Roman Reigns he's picked his day one opponent. And finally, in your main event for SmackDown, we got the New Day versus the Usos for the Smackdown Tag Team Championships in a street fight. What a great street fight it was, by the way. The Usos and the New Day, I'll always say, have amazing chemistry in the ring. It doesn't matter how many times they fight. You know, Macaulay Culkin will actually come out and say he's tired of them fighting. I don't get that. It doesn't matter, because they always are thinking new ways to fight. They're always thinking new moves, whether it's running off the top rope and performing a dive into a table. Just always a great time for them. I always love it. So, shout out to the Usos. Usos pick up the win and retain their titles. And after this, Roman Reigns is watching the Usos celebration when he hears